Hey guys, happy Wednesday. Hope you guys are doing great today, and I hope y'all have been having a blessed day so far. I wanted to jump on here and I want to thank and like all my new followers, and I tell them I truly appreciate everybody. We are currently sitting at like 2,690 something. I'm not exactly sure on that number, but we are getting up there. Let's keep working towards 3K. We are almost there to 3K. And keep working and pushing forward. Hopefully we'll get to 10K here someday, but it's okay. I still want to appreciate and thank all my new followers for joining us and welcome them to the page. But today I did want to get on here on a subject. I wanted to talk about the feeds I use for my horses and why. Currently, right now, all my horses get Stanley hay products and they get Safe Choice all life stages. So why do I use these feeds? Okay, so Stanley feeds, I love their hay and I love their products. I personally have never encountered like a bad batch or anything like that with my Stanley products. Now, a while back before I swapped over to Stanley products originally, and the reason why I swapped over to Stanley products, I used to feed alfalfa cubes here back about 3 or 4 years ago, and it was an off brand. I don't even remember what the brand was, but it was, the cubes always seems to stay really hard, and it was really hard to get them broken down, and you put water in it and they'd soak, and it seemed like even after 3 or 4 hours they would not break down enough for the horse to eat very well. So I actually had a stallion at the time, and he actually went in, ate the feed. He got dehydrated because it was summertime throughout the day. He was not drinking enough water to get all of those alfalfa cubes broken down in his gut. Caused him to have impacted colic, and that was just a whole ordeal. He lived, he made it, he recovered and is doing great. He's actually a gelding now, and has a great home. But like, because of what happened in that situation, I actually swapped over to chopped alfalfa at Stanley. This is the product right here. It is actually a really great product, especially if you've got older horses that have got bad teeth, or you got horses that seem like they like the more mash type stuff when they eat, and they like water more in their food. This is actually a really great product to give, because the alfalfa is already broken down into a powder form. So literally you just give the amount that you would give if you were going to do cubes. I actually would add water with mine, and it seemed like my horses liked it better. I would add water to mix in with the level that I would have as the powder form, and get it really good and just get it real mashy. I would usually do warm water or room temperature water, and then I would put their grain in there on top of it, or I would mix it in with the water and just give it all to them in one go. And my horses really love that, and I really love that product. Now, over the past year or two, I've actually swapped over. I still have Stanley, but I've swapped over to the compressed hay bales, and I do the alfalfa orchard grass. And the reason why I did that was my horses personally, they like chewing more their hay and their food. They love the alfalfa hay. So I swapped over, especially Ivory. She likes chewing her hay. She likes the powder stuff. Seems like she was just wasting more than she was actually eating. And I wanted her to keep maintaining her weight very well. And all my horses, I will say, even with the chopped or with this, my horses maintain their weight really well on this product. Now, like I said, I swapped over to the hay products because it seems like the hay products with the younger horses and with my mares that I'm trying to breed, I want them to maintain their weight a little better. I want them to be really good weight when they go in to get bred, and then before they're pregnant, so that way they're not getting pulled down by the pregnancy. Now, one thing I will say about the hay products, if you've seen some of my videos from this past weekend, when I was feeding, I usually take the hay and pull it apart, and I give each horse in their buckets the amount that I want them to have. Even Ivory, they usually get a full bucket of the alfalfa hay, and then I'll go ahead and mix the grain in and then add water. Now, like I said, this is the compressed alfalfa orchard grass that I give them. And like I said, it's a little fluffier than just the regular alfalfa, and it's got that orchard grass mixed in, and it works great. Like I said, my horses love it. I've never myself personally has not had any issues with the Stanley products. Now, as far as the grain products go, I love Purina and I love Safe Choice. Back when my horses were in a constant work schedule, I would give them the Purina Strategy to put in. But since right now my girls are just being maintained and trying to keep their weight regular and everything, I actually keep them on Nutrena Safe Choice All Life Stages, because it has 14% protein in there, that crude protein, which is so important if you're trying to keep your horses at a steady weight. And that Safe Choice Nutrena All Life Stages, it does really well. See, with my older girls like Belle, Star, you know, y'all seen how much I give them in their feed. And Ivory, she does only get that half a scoop, and that's just because I want her to keep growing at a regular pace. I don't want her growing too fast, and I don't want her growing too slow. And it is so hard maintaining a 2-year-old's, you know, 1-year-old, 2-year-old filly or colt. You want to make sure that they stay at a regular growing schedule. You don't want them, you know, growing too fast or growing too slow, because it can affect their joints and all kind of stuff, and it causes dystocia. That's a whole other thing, but that's what you try to avoid when you're trying to regulate their feeds. So like I said, I really like these products. They have worked really, really great for me. Personally, my horses have been in some of the best shapes of their life. I will say my older mare here, I'm seeing her kind of getting a little, you know, she's 20 years old. She's not keeping her weight as great as she used to. So I'm actually probably fixing to swap her over to her own senior feed here soon, and she'll be getting like a senior Safe Choice feed instead of the All Life Stages, just because she's in her 20s, so you know she needs a little extra pep in her step. So I hope this actually helps you guys, and y'all can kind of think about it. And if you decide you want to try something for your horses and just the alfalfa products you're using are not working for you, because like I said, I've encountered some really nappy alfalfa products that I used to feed my horses, and the alfalfa cubes would either stay too hard, I'd get it home and it would just be moldy and nasty. I've encountered a lot of that. So, but I've never encountered that with the Stanley products. So definitely go on there, you know, if you want to try some kind of, and now make sure you're getting with your vet and everything to approve all this, to make sure, you know, that you're doing the right thing for your horse weight wise. If your horse is a easy keeper, they really don't need a lot of alfalfa. That'll, you know, just give them that extra protein that they don't need. But if you have a harder keeper horse and stuff like that, or they just are not as easy to maintain, it might be worth trying to give these Stanley products a try, and just to see how well your horse does on them. But anyway, talk to you guys later. Hope y'all have a great Tuesday. Bye.